Hi, today I'll be showing a small recipe. We will be making Pulihora, lemon rice with cauliflower rice. And these are the ingredients. We'll be using bunch of spices, beautiful Indian spices. We'll be using these, and then we'll be using grated ginger. And since it's lemon rice, we will be using lemon. And these are the organic lemons from my backyard. I will be zesting the lemon as well, because the lemon zest has a lot of antioxidants that helps to repair our DNA. So we will be making oil-free lemon rice while you wait here. Yeah, here it is. We are making, I have organic riced cauliflower in my freezer. If you have fresh cauliflower, you can rice the cauliflower as well. But for today, I'm going to use the riced cauliflower that I have at home. I took one packet out and thawed it in the fridge just before starting my presentation. So I have this ready. So I'll be showing, let's put this in the freezer. And here, as you see, I'm using like a steel vessel. We won't be using oil. We can cook all our dishes without oil. And we will do the tampering, for which I'll be using some mustard seeds, some cumin seeds, some turmeric, and then chana dal and urad dal also will be using. And then I'll be using some dried red chili. If you like it spicy, you can add a little bit more. And then I'll be adding, as I said, like which can be palmful. It's half an ounce, since we'll be eating this. And then I'll be sauteing this. You don't need oil to saute. You just so it doesn't burn. Once it is sauteing, while it is doing that, I'll be showing you the smoothie I'll be making today. Today we'll be making a green smoothie. We'll be using some kale, and then a ginger, a piece of ginger. And then if you don't have fresh ginger available, you can use the dry ginger as well, which is equally good. I'll be using flaxseed meal in the smoothie. And then along with this, I'll be using some frozen fruit. I will bring out that. We will come back to the cauliflower. Instead of the rice, we are using cauliflower here. It's always good to use cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, and all these Brassicaceae family vegetables. And at this point, I'm going to add the ginger. And saute it a little bit. And then while that is being sauteed, let's add some lemon juice in there. Since we are making the lemon rice, the only difference here is we are not using the rice and we are not using the oil. Lemon rice can be made without using the oil. Even with the brown rice, with the quinoa, or whatever grains you want to make lemon rice with, you can use it. Here we are using all the nice spices like turmeric, ginger. And while that is sauteing, I'm going to add the lemon juice in here. And let's saute everything together. And then while that is happening, I'll be adding the riced cauliflower that's already, and then nicely mix it. Since it is frozen, it won't take much time to cook. It'll take maybe 5 to 6 minutes to cook. So saute it a little bit. Saute it a little bit, and then at this point you can add salt to your taste. Since we'll be adding lemon, we won't need much salt, so I'll be adding maybe 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Any dish when you're using lemon, you can reduce the amount of salt. That way, you know, you're not putting too much salt into your system. And we will let it cook for at least 4 to 5 minutes. If it is a fresh cauliflower, it takes around 8 minutes. Since it's frozen, it will take 4 to 5 minutes. And while that is cooking, I'll show you what I do with the lemon zest. These are the organic lemons from my garden. I make lemon rice, even if it is not with the cauliflower rice, even if I make with the regular lemon rice, I like to zest the lemon. Because the zest of the lemon has a lot of antioxidants and the ingredients that protects our DNA. So we'll zest the lemon and keep it, and once that's cooked, we'll add it at the end. That way the heat won't destroy the lemon zest as well, because lemon zest is heat sensitive. Okay, while this is happening, here if you want you can add some green peas also, but right now I don't have them ready, so I'm not adding the green peas, but we'll let it cook a little bit more. And then while that is cooking, can you put it here? Yeah, in the smoothie goes the frozen berries. These are organic frozen berries. It has strawberries, cherries, blueberries, raspberries, and pomegranates. You can buy something like this and keep it in your freezer, so whenever you want to make a smoothie, you can have them ready. Normally I have a lot of fresh greens, but since we are sheltered in, access to going to shopping, so I'm using some organic chopped kale. The kale that's in the freezer is equally nutritious as the fresh kale, sometimes even better, because the sulforaphane content of kale is increased when you freeze it or when you crush the kale. We will make that. Along with that, I have some frozen bananas. I have some frozen bananas. So what we do whenever we have ripe bananas in home, we peel them, cut them, and then freeze them so that we can use in the smoothies, and sometimes we use these bananas in other as well. We will keep that aside for now, and I found some green peas in my freezer, so I'll be adding green peas as well in the lemon rice. So it will give a nice touch of color as well as taste. So I'll be adding around 1/4 cup of green peas from my freezer. Let it cook. Few more minutes, and meanwhile I'll show how I will be making the smoothie. Yeah, here is my Vitamix. Sorry, I'm back. I'll be making smoothie with some greens, adding into my Vitamix almost 3/4. 3/4 of my Vitamix is filled with the greens. I will add a little bit of frozen kale as well, because normally I add more greens, but right now we don't have fresh greens available, so let me open this. Yeah. This is the frozen kale. We can add a little bit of frozen kale as well. So almost 3/4 of our Vitamix is filled with the greens, as you can see. You can see? Yeah. So, and now I'll be adding a little bit of banana, close to 1.5 banana. Close to 1.5 bananas, and then close to 1 cup of, these are the frozen berries. Let me grab a spoon. We will be adding close to 1.5 cups of all these mixed berries and fruits. These smoothies taste good when it's frozen. I mean, when we use the frozen fruit, and when we drink it cold. Since it's a lot of greens, it won't taste good when it is room temperature. These taste good when it's adding some flaxseed powder. I always keep my flaxseed powder in the freezer, and this is close to 1.5 tablespoons. Yeah. And let's check how this one is here. It's almost done. In like 5-10 minutes it will be cooked nicely. Now the green peas are also cooked. We'll keep it like 2 more minutes. Yeah, see, we didn't add even a drop of oil, but look, show it here. We didn't add even a drop of oil, but look how it's not sticking, even though I'm using the steel cooking vessel. Let it wait, and then show it here. Here in the smoothie, while we are making the smoothie, we are not adding any plant milk, we are not adding any protein powder. We will be adding water. What we'll be adding is water. Yeah. So because the idea of these smoothies is to hyper nourish ourselves. So, sorry, it will be noisy. it was very noisy. It's done in like 2 minutes, and then we can enjoy the smoothie. Don't be scared about the color. It'll taste so good because of the berries, and it's especially since we added the frozen fruit. Here we are getting the greens, we are getting the berries, and we are getting the antioxidants from the, from the flax seeds. We are getting the antioxidants from the flax seeds, and then all this is so super delicious. Sorry. And then coming back to the cauliflower lemon rice. Yeah, it's almost done, and then at this point we can add at this time we are adding some cilantro, and then I'll be adding some lemon juice as well. As this is the lemon rice, we want it to taste nice and lemony. I'm doing some freshly squeezed lemon juice. It's a very fast dish. You can do it like in 10-15 minutes if you have like frozen cauliflower ready, and if you have the lemons, and most of us have the spices and all that ready at home anyhow, right? So, and then once you have the lemon juice, you can add this lemon juice, and then we can off the stove. Put the lid and wait like 1 minute before we dish it out. And then just before dishing, I would like to add the lemon zest. We can zest a little bit more since we don't have much time on this. I just added a little bit. If you want, you can add. Make sure like when you're zesting the lemon, the white part of the lemon will be bitter and the yellow part is actually delicious. The lemon zest is tasty. It's done, and then we can actually dish the thing out, and look how colorful it is. You can eat it like a curry, or you can, you can eat it like a lemon rice. You don't need anything on the side. You can just eat it. It's like a full meal with the nuts, with the green peas, with the cauliflower and the spices. It's so good. Yeah. So here is the green smoothie and the cauliflower lemon rice. We are back here at the presentation. We really want to thank LATA, Los Angeles Telugu Association, for giving us this opportunity. I and Dr. Anitha want to thank them, and please follow plant-based diet. I'm hoping we will get over this pandemic, and I want to give a big shout out to our amazing doctors, nurses, other healthcare staff, as well as policemen, firefighters, and then people who work in the grocery stores, and people who can shelter in, who don't have to go out, please stay in homes. That way you will be saving so many lives. Why plant-based diet right now? Especially right now, why if you eat plant-based and healthy right now, you will need less help from the doctors. The doctors are already stretched thin. The hospitals are stretched thin. So try to eat healthy